Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated signal as long as you are on SIM. We're not responsible for your trade. Amazing day, amazing day. Uh, the most active market today is the CL and NASDAQ. Usually, when the NASDAQ and the ES are sideways, the CL move. But today we have the NASDAQ and the CL running very well. So um, we will see where most likely we're going to be finished with the short trade. At the moment, the market is extremely short, and we have a support area at 66.95. I'm not sure it's going to hold on this one here. So it's going to be institutional target 66.78. This is um, where we are estimating the market. And on the ES, we're about to hit the institutional number at 24,577. So we are going to hit the institutional numbers on the auto trade, the 4 minutes, 7,000. On the ES, the CL 5 minutes, uh, 5,700. And the Nasdaq already crossed the 10,000. So we are in a good shape today. Everything running smoothly to the short side. We still have a lot of potential to the downside. Very important, the market entered those two yellow lines. If you've been following us for a long time, this is where the market most likely to finish to the short trade. But today, it seems like the market is going to go farther than the middle of the yellow line. Most likely, it's going to go to the 24,609 on the on the Nasdaq, and most likely we will touch the 6688 on the ES. The market is extremely short, very strong short to the downside, and we will uh, don't even thinking about reversing the market at the moment. Last time when we were trading here live, where we took the target, the market, it was way on the top, and after that, the market never seen those numbers. On the previous video, you can watch it. So today, we are okay on the downside, and we are about 24,575, 79. I'm sorry. The pullback, please don't fall into this trap. The pullback, if you are auto trading, doesn't matter where your auto trade coming from. By now, your auto trade is closing the trade and is fixing to go to the long trade. And all your ATR, all your junk indicators, your ATR, RSI, momentum, overbought, oversold, all this crap is gonna point to go long, and you don't have long. You only have a pullback re-entry. So no matter what kind of auto trade you are using, you should not be allowing any kind of auto trade, whether this auto trade from us or somebody else. You should not, especially if you are auto trading stupid ATRs and MACDs. By now, your ATR and your MACD is telling you to go long. There is no long. There is a pullback re-entry, and do not count on your indicators, those basic indicators from the 80s, late 80s. So now there is a potential for taking a short re-entry from the 24,724 and the second re-entry 24,747. Those are the two re-entry on the Nasdaq. For the ES, you have only one re-entry, 6,722 short, re-entry short. Do not allow your any auto trade to take long at this moment. Do not. It's going to collapse again. Don't. There is a long way home from home to go long. Do not allow any kind of auto trade to go long. This is just a pullback re-entry. Too early to go long. Now we are coming to the re-entry short at the 24,744 and the re-entry short at 6,722. If the market across those lines does not mean we are out of the wood, because you have a lot of resistance on the ES. So the market is short, gray, and long. And despite all this maneuver here, you should not be reacting to it until we have confirmation by crossing those double resistance. If we don't cross those double resistance, the market is going to sink again. So your ATR, your MACD, everything is showing long, and you do not have long. It's a short. It's a pullback re-entry short at the moment. And look what happened. It came into this yellow line, which does exactly what we have been talking about. And now the market went short, and the market went short again. You see? And this is where 90% of amateur traders, they are relying on indicators or buy sell indicator or whatever. They got their indicator from some kind of used furniture shop somewhere. And here what is the results, especially if you are auto trading an ATR, you are in a deep trouble. Here it is, the market sinking again. if we look at the details, we see the sellers is still over the buyers, and here the sellers is still over the buyers with a 6 different time frame, and your market analyzer still in red, and your market analyzer still in red. However, normal indicators, they are in green. So this is the biggest trap for amateur trading, and that's why from here to here, every single indicator on your chart telling you go long, and you don't have a long. Remember, when the market is short and wants to go long, it's not like it used to be in the old days, like when we were trading from the satellite. Now with the internet and in and out of the market, the market is like a boat trying to make a U-turn. It takes time between the short and the long. And there is a gray area on every single chart. Doesn't matter what kind of chart you are using. There is a gray area you should not be trading, or you should not allow your auto trade to take a trade. So now the market is trying, those are the yellow numbers are between the short below that number or long above that number. So what is the market is trying to do, trying to break those numbers. They are extremely accurate. We've been using it for many years. And what it does is trying to break those numbers, and it seems like wants to go up, but at the moment is not able to break those numbers. It's like you're trying to kick a door. You kick it the first time, the second time, the third time, and then it gets weak, and then you can kick it and open the door. And the same thing is doing here, is trying to kick that door to make it weak so the market can climb above those numbers. So you got to be careful. Look, and it fell. And then your indication here is showing you not to go long. The sellers is still over the buyers, and the market analyzer is they are in red. So all your indicators, the 20 indicators you have on your chart, they become misleading the trader to go long where you don't have long trade. Especially when you go to somebody, um, some kind of trading room, which I have seen plenty of them, and they are using 20 indicators. Immediately you spot that trader is not consistent. Two reasons. He don't have a self-confidence, he don't understand the market movement, and he have 20 indicators on his chart, and this works against him because now he have a lot of delay with confirmation. So by the time he goes into the market, he is very late. By explain to you how, when somebody have a 20 indicator, probably it's not gonna give him the long signal here. It's gonna give him the long signal somewhere around there. He's late. And when you see someone have a busy chart, run, because busy chart is not good. Those are levels on the charts. There is not indicators, they are levels. So now the market is going try to break those numbers, and they're not able to break it. They try two times, three times, four times, and the Nasdaq wants to break it, which this yellow number is supported by double resistance. Even if this Nasdaq break out, We need the confirmation from the ES. Don't say I trade only Nasdaq. I don't trade Nasdaq. Those two has to work parallel, and you need to keep your eye on both. If this Nasdaq break this double resistance in the yellow number here and went up, and the ES did not break this number here, the Nasdaq is gonna go down again. Despite the Nasdaq become independent a few years ago, but still will stop when there is a key factor, key point on the ES. The Nasdaq stop to get the confirmation. So right now, the Nasdaq wants to break those two numbers, and he wants to climb above the double resistance. And you can see the ES is sitting right below this number, has tried few times to break that number. Now, if we look at the sellers and the buyers, they become almost equal. They become almost equal. But still the market analyzer is still in red, indicating even if you have a long trade, is a weak trade. Is a weak trade. It's not strong trade at the moment. You need to wait a little bit to confirm we are out of the wood before you start taking the long trade. Now there is two options. You can go ahead and take a market order as we speak right now. Long, you can take it, or you can wait till for the confirmation that the used to be a resistance, now the support can hold the market, or the market is going to sink. So there are two ways to trade, either on the breakout, which is a very high risk trade when you take a trade on the breakout, or if you want to, you wait till we have confirmation the resistance become a support and the market confirm is become a support. So this is two different type of trade. So when you are auto trading and your auto trade take a trade on the breakout, then you need to keep your eye on it, or you need to break even as soon as possible on this one here. So it's still weak. Be careful. You can take a long trade here, but still weak. Be careful. The long trade is very weak. Let's see the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq also is very weak. The Nasdaq, very weak. You can see the ES, there is a double resistance here, and not able to break it because it's a weak trend. If we look, there is still a lot of red, and it's trying very hard to break those double resistance. And if it's not able to break this double resistance, it's gonna go somewhere around there, somewhere around here. for a re-entry, so you gotta be careful. You see, here it is. There is one gentleman said before, in it, the auto trade supposed to know it all. Auto trade don't know it all. Even in your AI, you think you're smart. You put couple RSI with MACD, ATR, momentum, and now you think you put all this on an AI, and now you are a smart trader. Believe me or not, most of those AI, they are repaint signals. They are not working. They're not worth anything. We have been trying to test it on the other platforms, and what turned out is a disaster because they repaint on the other platforms. So the only stability for future trading is Ninja Trader. Ninja Trader, they're not my cousin. I don't need to advertise for them. I don't even talk to them. I've been a partner with them for 14, 15 years. I don't bother them. They don't bother me. They're not my cousin. Ninja Trader, it is the best for future trading. And I don't care what everybody said. If you jump on another platform, you can make it tons of indicators like the MT4, and none of them will work because they repaint on that platform. So when you have a repaint, yes, they look good, but they are repainted. And the platform, some other platform we have been testing, we have not been able to give not even one version to our traders because when we tested live, it didn't turn out. We had to call the broker to close positions because the platform would not close the position for us. So don't think yourself you're outsmarting the market by using an AI. An AI is RSI, momentum, MACD, whatever it is. You keep downloading indicators, you put adding them in there. You're trying to cut corners in the market. You're going to spend the rest of your life trying to use an AI to make the crystal ball, and you're not going to find the crystal ball. The crystal ball is in your head, not an AI, not an indicator, proper training. I don't sell any education, so I'm not saying come and babysit a grown man and give me money to teach you. No, what you are seeing here on the YouTube, that's what you're getting for free. I'm not collecting emails. I'm not collecting money. I'm not doing anything. The only crystal ball you have is to learn the market. That's it. In the last 16 years in the public, 37 years trading, the last 16 years in the public, I never seen any guy got away with the market without understand the market. No one, which we have trained thousands of people for the last 17 years. We have seen it all. From a guy who wants to divorce his wife and get an auto trade so he can dump his wife, to another guy, he lives in a trailer. He want to get back to his girlfriend. She's a dancer in a nightclub. He wants auto trade so he can get her back. Uh, to some freaking, I don't want to talk about it, but I have seen it all. And when we have the corona, some people they want to buy auto trade, so if they go to the hospital, the auto trade will make money while they are in the hospital. We have seen all kind of people. And at the end of the day, absolutely very good. uh, at the end of the day, if you don't know how the market works, you're not gonna. Harold, this is really good. 980 on the NASDAQ micro account. This is one of the example, Harold. On the micro account, he got 980 on the macro account. when I'm sorry to say, when Harold signed in with me, I got stomach ache. I said, "How I'm gonna teach that trader?" And he turned out very good, from one disaster trader to professional trader. There is nothing comes, especially when the money, you have to think about it. You are sitting, your account is against somebody is in China, Honolulu, in Germany, in French, and everywhere. And they think they are smarter than you. You think you are smarter than them. And the guy has more experience. He's the guy is gonna take all the bread from the table. Harold, it is the trading is, I'm sorry to say this, it's like a military. You start as a small sergeant, a small guy with no stripes, and you work your way up. There is no way you're gonna be captain on a ship and you don't know what is the north and what is the south. Simple as that. You cannot be a captain on a ship. You don't know if this market going down or going up. You know, you cannot be on an airplane because you know what is the autopilot is on. You're gonna put your family on a stupid airplane and turn on your autopilot because you're not a pilot. Let me see anyone get in on an airplane, turn on the autopilot, and go to sleep. Simple as that. So all those people that want on autopilot, if you're not captain, you're not gonna be on autopilot. I don't care where you come from. You don't need to learn the market for 10 years, but you need to work your way up. You need to understand the way the market, um, how it move when there is a small trap like what we had here. When everybody was jumping on the long trade, we know there is no long trade. We stayed out of it. And what happened? The market keep banging on those double resistance, didn't work, and then the market went down. The same thing here. It didn't make it. Couldn't stay above those double resistance, and then it collapsed again. The market worked like a pinball from one level to another. The market is exactly like a pinball. First of all, you need to get a proper fibs, smart fibs, not those fibs you see in the supermarket on Sunday afternoon on a special offer. You need a proper fibs where you can depend on, and then the market, what it does, like a pinball, goes from one level to the other, from one level to the other, trying to find a breakout. It's not as simple as this. It's just buy, sell signal. There is no indicator buy, sell signal is gonna get you out of your trouble. With those new apps, they are selling it. I cannot even name the small platforms. They are putting the future trading and the Bitcoin on 1 hour and the gold on the daily chart in 1 hour. What is the stop loss on those? What is your stop loss on a Nasdaq? You are using 30 minutes. They don't show you this. They don't show you the time frame. They just show you buy sell signal and they hide everything else. Yeah, of course. And most of those guys, 99.9%, they don't even know how to trade. They just want to buy, they want to sell, buy, sell signal. And most of them, they are refugees in Europe. Most of them, they were taxi driver, vegetables. I've seen them in Sweden. And have no background education, no trade in history. He jumped from a taxi driver to sell an indicator made from an AI buy sell indicator, and he thinks he's a master. Not just in this. There is, I mean, I don't want to call those countries, but even in Middle East, now they start selling those in Mexico, in South America, they start selling indicators, buy, sell. So a guy selling vegetables at daytime, at night selling a buy, sell indicators. So Singapore is one of them. We have a couple of traders that got scammed with their account. They couldn't get their money out, and and they are based in Singapore. I mean, everybody wants to sell indicator, but nobody wants to teach how to trade. This is the problem. So it doesn't matter. If you don't burn your finger, you never learn. That's how I raised my children. When I've seen them trying to touch the fire, I let them touch the fire. They burn their finger, then they don't do it again. So if a trader will not burn his fingers, he's not going to learn. And simple as that. Let him burn his fingers. Let him think he's smart, because there is nobody is smart for the market. Nobody is smart for the market. You have to accept the market condition as it is. Exactly when you get up in the morning and when your wife in a bad mood, you have to accept it. You say, "Oh God, just cross your fingers, and you're gonna make it okay for the rest of the day." So the market is like your woman when you get up in the morning. Don't cross it. Just live it. And now we have a short. We're still on the short. And right now, normally those institutional number comes around 11 o'clock. The institutional number on the Nasdaq is 24,576, which we should hit it by 11 o'clock. Now it's 10:28, so we should hit it by 11 o'clock plus minus 510. Adil, this is very good, Adil. Very good, Adil. This is another story, Adil. I mean, also, I had a nightmare when he came in, and it turned out he's a brilliant trader as well. Also is stressful when you get a new customer. You get a nightmare from, you get stomach ache. Am I able to uh, get through this guy or not? Because I mean, not every customer come in had a success story. We have some customers, they've been with us for 5 years. I swear to God, they keep the template I send out on the webinar from 1 year to another. And then you can log in into his computer, you'll find out he's still using template from 2024. I had one gentleman yesterday, I logged in, he's still using 2024 templates. I said, where have you been? He has not been in a class. He has not been in webinar. He has been busy, and he's still using the auto trades from 2024. How you imagine this guy? He still don't know how to optimize. He still don't know. I mean, it's not magic buy an indicator, whether from me or somebody else. It's not magic by buying auto trade from somebody or me. It is, the trader has to work to earn money. If you don't want to stand the pain, you're not going to get the gain out of the market. You need to understand at least how the market moves. You know, we don't need to teach you for 10 years. Nobody have the patience to put a grown man in a class and teach him so you can collect a couple $100 out of him. It's not even worth the time. So just, we have had, when we logged into some clients, new clients, we come into their Ninja Trader. I swear we've had so many people, they have over $100,000 in systems. They have used over 100,000 on systems, and he's still not profitable. And this is really indicate that you doesn't matter where, but you need to stick to one system and try to make it work for you. Doesn't matter, you know. And don't be cheap. Don't think you're gonna get something for $200 and you're gonna kick somebody's butt somewhere in Honolulu or in China or in Germany or in France because you have a couple $100 indicator. Don't be fooling yourself. You're not gonna wear a flip flop and go to war and put your account online against somebody wearing the proper gear. Remember, your enemy, the one is when you lose a trade, somebody make money. When you lose $100, somebody made $100. You cannot go to a war with a flip flop and he's riding and he's wearing the right boots, and you have some flip flops coming from China for $1, and the other guy he is fully geared with the proper boots, and you want to go to war with him. So don't be cheap. Get the best computer, get the best internet, get whatever tools you think turns you on. Go ahead and turn it. And leave everything has to be the best, or don't do it, because it's not about you being smart and being cheap. It's like when you're buying a shoe. You buy a shoe from China for $10, you get $10 shoes. You go ahead and buy shoes for $150, it stays forever. Now we are coming to the target one institutional number. This one here should be by 11 o'clock. Right now, 10:33 is coming to the institutional number. Profit taken on this, despite, doesn't matter what your indicator is saying. Short, overbought, oversold, double top, double bottom, all this whatnot. That's okay, Harold. There are plenty of videos for knowing how to optimize, and we'll go back to the optimization again. So there is a profit taken on 24,576. The second target, this one here is a little bit hard on the second target. The reason is we are between the two yellow line. Once the market entered those two yellow line, you should not, doesn't matter what your indicator is saying, you should not initiate any short trade anymore. And vice versa, when the market entered those two yellow line, you should not open a new long trade. Those, the indication is not overbought, oversold. This is measuring the previous highs and lows and combine all of them in one line. Simple as that. And the institutional number is right here. You are between the two yellow line, and then the second institutional. There are three institutional number. The first and the second for the morning, and the third one for the afternoon. Doesn't matter. We'll stay on the morning. Right now, we are at the area here where the market is going to run out of steam. You can look to all the videos we have on that channel, and you will see a day in and a day out. When the market comes between those two yellow lines, indicate there is a reversal. The reversal can be from here and here. That's a different story, different approach. But here right now, on between the two yellow line, we have a reversal and a reversal fired up, and those reversals do not repaint. This is right now the condition of this market is a pullback re-entry. The first pullback re-entry is right there, right here. And on the ES, you have two actually, one here and one here. You never, on the future trading, whether you are trading micro account or you are trading in an E-mini, if you can afford two contracts, don't put the two contracts in one basket. So as an example here, you have two entry, stand putting two entry short in here. You put one entry here, one entry here. If the market come and get you filled and dropped, you dismiss this one here. If the market went against you and got you filled in here, you have an average price in here. It is very easy to get out of that trade. Actually, we have an auto trade, have the same thing on this one here. We have the same auto trade. This is your ES 1 minute. What it does, okay, this one here was every single trade was making money. Let me see if there's any other one. No, they are all on one. But this auto trade, you can open it a little bit. When it goes against you, you take one trade in here and one trade in here, and then it close in here. So, but most of them, they were winning trades, scalping on the 1 minute. So, and this one here reversed the market. It's not a trading with the trend. He reversed the market always, from fib to fib, always non-stop. And if you reload it right now, immediately it's gonna take a long trade from the fib. I'm reloading it. Okay, we hit the target one, profit taken on target one. I don't know if you can see the wick. Can you see the wick? I don't know if you can see the wick. And look where is the wick on this one here. Target one, institutional target. What time? 10:38. You see? Has nothing to do with your indicator. So a guy came in with a big gun. He thinks he's going to auto trade, and he takes short in there. And look where is the wick. It's an institutional number. It's a profit taking, and he get lost because he don't know. Now it is. Thank you, Ben. And we said it's a profit taken in this area here. This is an institutional number and a profit taken in here. Has nothing to do with your indicator. Has nothing to do with your indicator. Here it is. Welcome to trading. So we know what's going on. Those now, they are late. Do not follow those trades here on the chart. They are late. We have some people, I have some friends where they use 4 ticks, 5 ticks, and they are in and out of the market. When they hit those institutional, they know how they are very fast to take a trade from here to here. Right now, the short trade is right there, re-entry. And they are very quick, and but they know what they've been doing. They've been trading for many years as well. They know what they're doing. They know they are going against the market, and they can make a few ticks here and there. And that's how they do it. They take a 40 trade, 50 trades a day. No big deal. And they are in and out of the market by ticks. They are good at it. And I have some traders, they only take a swing trading. Exactly. The trend exhaustion as well as is pointing to the, this is the trend exhaustion and is pointing to the opposite direction. And here is the trend exhaustion as well, is giving you look, the trend exhaustion in line with the reversal. Look at this. The trend exhaustion is in line. This chart, every single indicator talk to each other. It's not one indicator from a vegetable guy and the other indicator from the freezer in a supermarket somewhere, and another indicator somebody got from and put them all together. Every single indicator on the chart, they are talking to each other, and that's what it is. And you can see the reversal, trend exhaustion, and the institutional number all in line. And now we came into the resistance, and it's going to try to go farther down. What is the combination between the ES and the Nasdaq now as we speak? It's slowing down. It's slowing down. We entered those two yellow lines, no more trades, and the market starts slowing down. So once you hit those area, to our traders, do not allow your auto trade to initiate a new trade. It's the opposite. What you need to do, as an example, here is a normal chart with an auto trade. You turn the long trade. You're no longer interested in a short trade. While the amateur traders thinks they keep bringing on the short trade because their ATR, momentum, MACD, RSI telling them to keep going down, you direct your auto trade to go long. Every time you see the market enter those two yellow lines, you switch your auto trade to long trade only, while the other, they're gonna fall into the trap and take any short. So, sometimes they make money, sometimes they do, by luck. But how many tomorrow and a day after tomorrow? They're gonna lose. They might make one winning trade against 10 losing trade down the road next week and the week after. By luck, got one trade short in here and they made money. That's fine. He's happy. He's gonna pay 10 times the amount next time he do this. If he gets lucky one time in the market, it does not mean he's gonna get lucky twice. So right now, the entry, now we need to see if this number here able to hold. You should not do anything until the indication saying it's not going to hold. It's gonna kick back. Why? The sellers over the buyers with the 6 different time frame. The market analyzer is in red. This is a re-entry short, and look what the market doing. Came here. Your livelihood is this yellow line and those two yellow line in there. And then what we do, we measure the market if he's able to make it or break it. There is no shortcut. If this market start getting stronger, we can tell this market is able to break it. This is an entry point. Anything below that number is short. Anything above that number is long. So what we have in common here between those two yellow lines is the market finished, and now the market wants to go up. I will not take that trade. You can take that trade, but I don't want to take that trade. This one here is crossing it. There is some kind of news in the market or something. I don't know what happened, but the market changing direction right now, and it must be some kind of news. I cannot read the news. My news telling me there is low at 11 o'clock FOMC, but I don't know what else there is in news in there. So the short trade is finished, and you can see both of the market when they entered those yellow line didn't do anything good. So right now the market is changing direction. I will wait till the market slow down, and if we have a confirmation on the long trade, then we take a long trade. It's finished. 10:46. We have a new signal on the YM buy. On the YM, a new signal buy. We have a new signal on the DAX buy. So that means the market is covering. You can see the new signal. This is a different system. Have a 5 different auto trades, and they're saying buy and buy here, and the 30-year treasury buy. Okay, so let's wait a little bit to confirm the long trade. Don't panic, don't jump on a trade. Don't think you're going to miss out in the market. Stay calm until you see confirmation. Don't jump. Why we didn't jump on that trade? You still have red. You still have red, the 5, the 10, the 15, the 30 minutes. The sellers almost equal to the buyers. This means the market is recovering, but there is nothing for us to jump on. Nothing for us to jump on at this moment. Let it be. Let it be. There are few second delay on the YouTube. It's not from us. It's when you use a third company to connect to the YouTube. There is a few seconds away, sometimes 2-3 seconds behind you. So probably that's why we try to predict ahead of time, because they are a couple seconds behind your market price when we are using a YouTube. We can demolish the delay by using a webinar, but I, I don't have time to sit down and collect registration for visitors and all this, so I don't want to deal with it. So there is a couple seconds delay on a YouTube, but I always try to predict it for you ahead of time, so you will not be missing anything in the market. We're going back on the short, simple as that. We are back to the institutional number, which got rejected from the first time. Here, profit taken. It was right on the spot. And the institutional number for the ES this time today is coming right below triple support. So I'm not sure we're going to see that before 11 o'clock. At the moment today, if you are auto trading, you stay on Nasdaq and CL. Nasdaq and CL. Those are the most active instruments. Then the ES. But the CL is extremely active. We never seen CL making $10,000 on one trade. I mean, you see that on Nasdaq. We have seen on the Nasdaq making 20, 30, 40,000 on one trade, but we never see very often the CL 10,000. And today the CL is 10,000. It's climbing to 95. This is scary number for the economy, but here it is. There is not much anymore to call a trade. There is, you can, there is not much you can call a trade right now. Even if the NASDAQ um, crossed this line, I would not call a trade because the market still on the higher time frame still very weak, and there is nothing left to call trade for today. Um, I'm gonna cut off the microphone and let it. Maybe we can find a small trade before we turn off everything. The market sideways. There is not much going on. Folks, we're gonna call it off for today. There is not much left, and we wish you the best. If I was you, I will go early for lunch, and maybe in the afternoon the market. There is a long trade, but this long trade is not gonna last for long because the market's still weak. So if you want to take a long trade in there, remember it's a short uh, trade, small trade with a weak long trade. It's not strong long trade. So um, you can try on the Nasdaq if you want to, but most likely you will not make money out of it. Folks, that's all what we have. We say thank you very much, and we'll see you tomorrow on the same channel. Tomorrow, God bless everyone. Bye for now.